All right. What's going on, everybody? So it's been a while since I've uploaded on YouTube. It's been a couple weeks. I've been playing a lot of World of Warcraft since the new expansion came out. So I've been doing that for a bit. And so, as you can see, normally in my background, or normally my desktop, I am running now KDE Plasma. And so before, I was not running KDE Plasma, I was running Gnome. But I don't know what's happened with Gnome recently. I think it's a mixture, it's a mix of the drivers, like there being new NVIDIA drivers. By the way, if you guys didn't know, I am using an NVIDIA graphics card. So it's a kind of a mixture of having NVIDIA graphics card along with using Gnome, and maybe something that's going on with Gnome specifically that causes some of my games, well, specifically World of Warcraft, because that's the only game I'm playing right now, it causes my World of Warcraft to just like either 100% like just crash, or it starts to like run really choppy. And so what would happen before is that it would just run very choppy, right? And then I would have to close the game, restart it, and then it would be fine. But then it got to the point where it started running choppy. Well, at first it would run choppy maybe an hour and a half to 2 hours into the gaming session. And then what ended up happening is that it started running choppy like an hour into the session. And then I would have to restart. And then I would restart, and then maybe another hour would go by and it would start running choppy again. And I was like, what the heck's going on? Like, I can't keep on like pausing my gameplay, restarting the game. Because if you know, World of Warcraft, if you're in the middle of a dungeon, or say for instance, if you're in the middle of doing like Mythic Plus, you cannot pause or restart your game. Like, you have to keep on going. So essentially that was going on with my game. Then I started looking up online, reading some forums, and I basically got the advice of switching the game from DirectX 12 to a DirectX 11. And for a minute it did work. It worked for a little while, but then roughly right about the time when the game would start running choppy, it would then instead crash. Like, the game would just go straight up just crash. And that happened a few times, and then it got to the point where it would like crash, restart, and then like maybe like another hour into the session it would crash, and it would crash maybe like once every hour. And I was like, nope, I cannot do this. Cannot, like, something's going on. I say, you know what, maybe it has to do something with Gnome. So what I ended up doing was switching to KDE Plasma. I was like, maybe switching to KDE Plasma is gonna help my situation. I switched over to KDE Plasma. I'm still on Fedora, by the way. I'm still rocking Fedora. But now I'm on KDE Plasma. So I switched to KDE Plasma. I kept my game at DirectX 11. Gamed for hours. I mean, I can game for like hours and hours. Absolutely no problems. I've had zero issues. I did have an issue where I was like, okay, what if I switch back my game to DirectX 12 while on KDE Plasma? And then then again I had another crash. I crashed, and then I didn't even bother like restarting and like keeping it in DirectX 12. I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna switch back to DirectX 11. I kept it at DirectX 11, restarted, you know, continued playing for hours, and I'm fine now. So essentially now I am rocking, I am now on KDE Plasma, and I've kind of tried to customize it to my liking. Overall, it's getting, I have to get used to it. I have to get used to it because overall I like Gnome better. Like I just like the way it looks better. But because I'm primarily gaming on my system, I kind of have to go KDE Plasma. I feel like something that KDE Plasma does different than Gnome gaming wise is what kind of like I don't know what KDE does in the background or what Gnome does in the background, but it seems that for gamers, if you're primarily gaming on your system, you kind of have to be on KDE Plasma. You know, I'm also interested in giving Cosmic a try, but not until Cosmic. I'm still gonna give Cosmic maybe another year to cook before I give that, you know, give that an opportunity. But for now, I'm gonna try to be on KDE Plasma for a while. I really like Gnome, man. I really like Gnome. I like the way it looks. I just like everything about it. But for some reason, the game, when it comes to gaming, it gets busted. I've had to learn several workarounds because specifically I was on Gnome. But switching to KDE Plasma, it seems that things just work now. KDE has its own little bit of bugs. Now there's some bugs that it has here and there, but overall I think this is where I'm gonna be for the foreseeable future, because things just work better on here, I guess. So that was just my quick update on why I've switched now to KDE Plasma and why I'm gonna be on KDE Plasma for a while. I want to say at least for the remaining year, for like the rest of 2026. And then right around the end of the year or the beginning of next year, I'm gonna give Cosmic a run. You know, I'm gonna try out Cosmic. I'm gonna stay on Fedora because overall I have no issues with Fedora. You know, it's mostly the desktop environment that I have issues with. But I want to give. I'm interested in Cosmic for sure. I just know that at this point in time, March 14th, I know that it's not ready for gamers just yet. So I'm gonna give that until next year. I want to say probably like January of next year for me to hop on. Or I'm gonna take another look at. I'll take a look at videos, see if it's ready, and if I think it is, then I'll switch over. I'll switch over to it, and I will make a video when that happens. So in the meantime, I'm going to stay on KDE, and that is my quick update for today.